Yes, people, we are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A, where we answer sporting questions from the chat. I know Manchester United have just played. I believe the game has just finished 2-2 draw against Everton in a preseason friendly. I can see the chat already going mad about it already. And as you can see from the title as well, this news broke today, or technically yesterday now, about Amorim not only offered to resign after the Europa League loss with no compensation, he also offered to resign as well. I believe it was February. This is according to the Athletic, so we'll be discussing that. But your questions don't have to be Manchester United related, so get your questions in particular members, because if you are a member of the channel, your question takes priority like a super chat, people. Link for the membership is in the pinned comment as well, so members get your questions in. As always, big up to everyone supporting Sarcasm City TV. Much appreciated. Run up the likes on the video, people. Run up the likes. Please make sure when you enter the city, you pay the tax. So hit the like button on the video. Share this out across all the socials as well. At Yes It's Flawless. At Sarcasm City TV. That's at Sarcasm City TV. That's at Yes It's Flawless on Twitter/X. Also on Instagram as well. So retweet, like from there, share from the Instagram, follow across all the socials as well. And just as important, make sure you hit that subscribe button on the channel, hit the notification bell as well. This Q&A is not going to be too long. It was going to be a solo, but I remember I did tell Jez and the rest of the man them that I was going to bring them on as well. But we got the United Liverpool Bayesian show after this, people. Big up to Jez in the cut as well. Hope you're blessed, Jez. You all good, yeah?
Yeah, man, I'm good, man. It's just been chilling through the day and all that.
Yeah, calm. Big up to Mike. You just put these clowns just drew. Big up my nephew says, big up. You can see one of the weirdest goals I've ever seen. Oh, yeah, for anyone who's going to ask, no, I didn't watch the game and I've not seen any of the goals whatsoever. And as always, big up to Warrior J, dropping news in the chat. Also, Mike saying, not going to lie, Ruben is getting on my last nerves. Oh, we'll discuss all of that, because I was told that, preseason was going to solve everything and it was just training, which is an absolute farce and just absolute nonsense. Big up to Sai as well. See what you guys saying in the chat. Big up Bayesian Pops. I'll be on later as well. The all-timer himself. What's happening, Flawless? I'm blessed. Comes. Big up, man. I hope you're good, Comes. Big up Rebound. Says yes, sir. Big up King as well. Again, make sure you subscribe to Bayesian Reds TV. Big up Bayesian Pops in the cut as well. So let's get to it. Let's see what's going on. There we go. This is what I was talking about, people. On two separate occasions, Ruben Amorim considered resigning. In February, observers at Carrington felt Amorim was giving it serious consideration. Then after the Europa League final, Amorim said he would go without any conversation about compensation if the board didn't feel like he was the right choice. And that's from Laurie Whitwell, which I believe writes for The Athletic as well. But again, this just sums up the poor decision-making at Manchester United Football Club, from the top all the way to the bottom, people. Literally from the ownership and the hierarchy to the manager to the players. It's shocking decision-making off the field, and it's shocking decision-making on the field from individual players at various points. So with this, if someone comes to you and says they're talking about resigning twice, so first it was in February, and then the next time was in May. He's not even been here that long. So you got February, March, April, May. So inside 4 months, he's thought about resigning twice, which means it was a thought before February, because he just didn't get to February and go, thinking about resigning. That's on his mind from whenever. Let's say it was January. And then if you're thinking it in May, that means it's still been on your mind in February, still been on your mind in March, and still been on your mind in April. Someone doesn't want to be here, let them go. I don't understand it. I don't know why the board, again, are not taking this decision out of the manager's hands and going, all right, especially with no compensation to get rid of him. Please make it make sense. What is the positive to keeping him? You tried something. It didn't work out. Cool. Move him on and get on a new manager. Like, what? I don't get it. He's telling you here, I don't think I'm good enough. Because if he believed he was good enough, there'd be no thought about leaving the football club and leaving without compensation. Man just wants out. Like, and even before reading this today, I knew this manager wanted out. I knew he's moving like he wants out. The decision making and things he's saying tell you he wants out. This whole 20 years is all well and good. That's all well and good. But you were talking about suffering just a couple of weeks ago. Oh, what is going on here? Jez, your thoughts from the outside. Because obviously you invested as me.
I'm just saying that if the guy has self-doubt if the guy has self-doubt in himself, why continue? If you want to sit here and say, you know what, we want him to at least end the season, cool, fair enough. But then after the season is over, give him the compensation, and you go again. Or you use the time that you give him to the end of the season to look for a new manager already and get the groundwork working already. Like, we're talking from the situation, like, if it's true, like you said, Laurie that's worked for the Athletic, so I would imagine he's reliable, and he's a United source as well. Sorry, I muted myself accidentally. So if that was really the case, why keep somebody here who doesn't necessarily believe in themselves? And I feel like it's the worst play. I think clubs like Man United, Arsenal, Man City, Bayern Munich, FC Barcelona, Real Madrid, I feel like these are the worst clubs to be a manager in, and you doubt yourself as a manager because fans not gonna care about your feelings, bro. You don't care. They don't care that you don't think it's ready. The environment is not fine. If you cannot go and deliver and put in at least some results in, people are gonna be mad at you. And I mean, it's a surprise. Man, we're saying we have to give this time. We can't sack managers, and then 6 months later, everybody's like, every United fan is on that course of like, yo, we have to get rid of him. So I don't know. Like I said, if it's really true that this has happened,
I believe
it's just insane. No, it sounds believable considering how that season went. It sounds believable.
Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying.
And how he looked and other things he was saying. Like people now to hear it verbatim, but the things he's saying will tell you this. It's like being in a relationship. Before your girl tells you she don't want to be with you, she will say and do things that will make you think that. All right, some of the time already. But if she's unhappy, the signs there, things will go on. She'll say certain things and do certain things that makes you go, yeah, she ain't feeling it. Or vice versa. If you're in a relationship and not feeling it, you'll say and do certain things like, yo, I'm disconnected. Most people leave relationships before they leave relationships. Like they mentally leave and physically leave before they actually leave overall and all together and make it official. What is going on here? Sorry, Jess.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're right. And this is kind of what I was alluding to. And the fact for me is that what's the point then? What's the point in giving him the money for these players, and then if he's not gonna make it anyways, who's to say that these United signings that United made, the next manager fancies them? No, don't get twisted. I think being able to work with Cunha and Bremer, I think a lot of managers would like to work with them. So it's not necessarily them as players, but it's what the next manager maybe wants. Maybe it's something that they don't do that the next manager would like to do.
Well,
so why not just release the guy from his shackles?
It's like they don't want to be wrong and they don't want to admit that they're wrong. Like it's that pig-headedness. And you know what's crazy is this is the exact same thing they did with Ten Hag, where they didn't want to admit that they was wrong. So it's like, all right, we're gonna stick with this until it becomes even worse. Because to Sam who says, how can you sack him if you never gave him a chance? Because he doubts himself, Sam. That's why. That's why I'm saying it. The manager is saying these things. That's why. Sam, if you had hired someone to run your football club, Sam FC, and the manager was saying things like this and was talking about leaving twice inside 4 months, would you keep him? Sam, would you keep a manager who was doubting himself? Let me ask you that. You are running the football club. You've hired this said manager. Would you keep him? That's my question to you, because I'm at a loss as to about why sacking him, because he's doubting himself. That's why. I don't know why that's difficult to comprehend. Big up to PFC TV as well.
Big up the whole pad as well. Big up the chat as well.
Every time, King. Big up, man. Every single time.
Big up, King, bro.
To PFC who says, can we hire Flawless as the manager? Now, I would have laughed You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't. But see that here the thing is, I'm open enough to admit when I'm not good enough. I take the job for the bag, yes. And my press conferences would be fire, yes, 100%. You probably get some, but you lot would hate my football. I'm pragmatic and shit.
This is just laughable, man.
Yeah, you lot would hate it.
Yeah,
you lot would hate it, and
this is just laughable, man. I'm not even surprised.
Again,
I'm not even.
Sam, I need an answer to my question. Yeah. I've asked you a simple question. If you was hiring a manager to run your football club, Sam FC, and the manager was doubting himself and was talking about leaving, would you keep him? Simple question. Simple. Sorry, go on, kid.
Yeah, I was about to say on the situation, it's just laughable, bro. At this point, if you don't laugh, you will cry, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's like got to a point now where it's like, you know what I mean, where it's just laughable. I'm not even surprised because like we was hearing this even before. You get me? This is what the second time that we are hearing about this. You get it, and no wonder why this manager would talk about suffering, and he had his head down. He had his head down and stuff like that in press conferences, bro. You could see it, bro. The body language, bro. The things that he was saying in the press conferences, says, bro. You know what I'm saying? You just know that this man has been drowning, bro, and. Yeah, man. Like, I'm not even surprised. And like, Ineos are the biggest jokes of it all, because Ineos would have known all the interviews and stuff that this manager has been. You know what I mean? But like, they would have watched his interviews. They would have seen his interviews and thought, yeah, we are going to keep a guy even though he's out of his depth.
Yeah, like, and he's telling you he's out of his depth because he has a fault. And to Chinlu says, I want first dibs on the tactical coaching job. I'm bringing in all the man. Don't worry, Chinlu, I got you, man. Everyone's getting the bag, man. Jobs for the boys' settings, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh. And to Sam, I am not reacting to any quotes from his press conference. Where have I mentioned his press conference? I'm not reacting to it. The 20 years, that's all well and good, joke or not. I haven't mentioned that. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about him considering resigning twice in 4 months. Yeah, that's my main concern. That's my main issue. Forget the press. What's the press conference got to do with that? I'm talking about the news that came out today, well, yesterday, technically, in the last 24 hours. That's
it's just foolishness, man.
He's clearly doubting himself, and the thing is, those things don't go away. And I knew this before the news came out in the last 24 hours by things he was saying and by things he was doing.
Yeah. A man just contradicts himself. Every time when he talks, bro, he just contradicts himself. You get it? Every time when this man opens his mouth, he always contradicts himself. He always says, oh, this player's not good at this player's not good at that, but then you still play him in the same session.
The comments didn't come from the press conference, no. Or comments didn't come from the press conference.
No, they didn't come.
It wasn't from any press conference. So what are you talking about?
These are reports from Lloyd Whitmore when he put the report out. It's
Athletic, from the Athletic,
It wasn't in a press conference that he said it. This wasn't, no.
And after seeing that performance today, I was not impressed. So you get me.
Said you won't like it is clear as daylight. It's not about what he said. Actually, I tell a lie. It is about what he's saying. I just want him to do better, Sam. That's all. Sam, do you rate? Let's clear the air because you've been talking sideways for the longest, Sam. So are we going to have a good season this season? What has the manager done well since he's got here? 2 questions. You know what I'm saying? No, 2 questions, Sam, because you've been talking sideways for a minute. So let's just get this out in the air and out in the open then. What has the manager done well since he's got here, in your opinion?
The manager just needs to stop talking.
People just keep talking for talking's sake. So it's like, let's have the conversation. What's he done?
He just needs to stop talking, bro. That's what it is. The manager just needs to stop talking and actually talk. What's talking sideways, not being open with your opinion. That's why. So let's just go and let's have the conversation. That's what talking sideways means, is not being straight and up front. Because you clearly rate this manager, so state your case. I just don't get it, man.
Openly with chess so we can have the conversation and then move on and move past it.
Bro,
Clearly
I
no
don't
matter what
get
the
it.
manager does, you're gonna like him. So I'll ask you the question again. What's the manager done well since he's got here?
Zero.
That's what I want to know. You said
Zero, bro.
You said you'd keep him despite. You said you'd keep a manager even if he thought about leaving twice in 4 months.
That's
so,
crazy.
Yeah, that's what, so, yeah, let's have it.
Yeah,
Right,
you saw
cool.
some.
So if you think I'm a negative Nancy, why are you here? Why are you here? Why are you here? Go away then, if that's the case. I wouldn't watch anybody like that. And
Come
this
on,
is what
man.
happens all the time. Yeah, this is what happens all the time because people have no argument. They go to shots. You know what I'm saying? And start talking about stuff away from the actual manager in the club. Go away then. Dip. You know what I'm saying? Because man been talking sideways for way too long. Bounce then. See you later. You know what I'm saying? Leave my channel,
Come on,
unsubscribe, and then,
man.
go about your business. Then I'll go about my business. You know what I'm saying? Nah, if not, you know what? In a bit, man. I'm tired of these people. Go away.
Yeah, flawless.
Sorry,
all I can say is we're not flawless. We're not doing well for flawless because I've been watching all the preseason games flawless, and I can tell you flawless. I can tell you this from last season and preseason. Not much has changed flawless. The pressing has gotten a bit better, but our midfield is still getting run. You get it? Our midfield is still getting run. We are still struggling. We are still, we're still struggling to put certain chances away. You get it, and the balance just isn't there, bro. Like Bournemouth, but Bournemouth was a decent game. Bournemouth, United actually played well in that game, but the other games, West Ham. In the West Ham game, people would say that United played well in the West Ham game, but West Ham, but that was down to more West Ham than United. That was down to how bad West Ham were, not actually how we actually played. You get it? Because like their midfield was horrific, bro. And today's game, yeah, bro. Today's game, yeah, the amount of times that we must have had like two 10-minute, 15-minute spells where we played well, and then for the other 60, 50 minutes, we were just not good. Like we we were just not good. It was just average, bro. Like it was just average, bro. You know what I mean? Same as usual. Bruno cost us 2 goals, bro. No surprise. Bruno
scoring and assisting, and also costing us as well.
Yep. Bruno and Ugarte cost United the first goal because Ugarte tried to carry the ball in his own half, and then he lost it. Then he got barged off the ball, and then I can't remember the Everton player who crossed it in the box. I can't remember who crossed it. I can't remember who crossed it, but then Everton crossed the ball, and then Bruno was marking Ndiaye at like the back post, and literally Bruno switched off for the first goal. So literally the first goal was Bruno and Ugarte's fault, and then the second goal, Bruno, and then the second goal that Everton scored, literally the man in the eight flawless in the 8, he tried to nutmeg Ndiaye, bro. He tried to nutmeg Ndiaye and he lost the ball. And then Ndiaye.
Before you carry on, because for those that asking me about the game, I know Daz is big up family tree. Daz are in the court. I didn't watch the game, people, so I can't answer any questions. I'm not seeing none of the highlights, nothing. It's only what King and you lot are telling me in the chat. Where did he try and nutmeg it? Where was he on the pitch?
He was in like the mid. He was in like the middle of the pitch, like the halfway line, like near the halfway line. Yeah, near the halfway line. This guy tried to nutmeg Ndiaye, bro, and he lost the ball, bro. But by trying to nutmeg him, and then Ndiaye carried the ball. He crossed the ball, into the box, and then Ahmad kicked it, and then it came off, and then it came off Heaven, and then it rolled into the net. That's you know what I mean. It was the most awkward goal, yeah. But it started from Bruno trying to nutmeg Njayi, bro. On the halfway line, bro.
Kind of sounds like they misplaced the pass in the Europa League final, and then other things transpired, and it went down. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, nephew, if you got the goal, send it to me just before you continue. Shout out to Rants for the raid as well, because I was in Rants' chat towards the back end of the game as well. Shout out Rants. Make sure you lot, if you're not going to be there in Cardiff for his fight at the end of this month, make sure you buy the pay-per-view. The pay-per-view is only like £5. It's in his bio. Shout out to my G Rants every single time. Salute for the raid. Everyone run up the like, hit the subscribe button.
Yeah, we ain't doing nothing.
Both of them. Send them both, please. Go on, Jeff. Say what you're going to say.
It was kind of hilarious because it's like, I don't watch the game either, to be honest. Like why should I necessarily watch? Because it's not, I'm not invested in this, but I think for me, it's most of the fact of how on the timeline, I don't know if you saw the timeline. And for me, I think the timeline was the
timeline was funny. Watching United games, not watching the United game and seeing the timeline is jokes. Go on, carry on.
Well, because you would have thought Ugarte would have leg break somebody in the United team, not the opposition team, but the United player who's like important. That's the whole Monday where they was going crazy, and everybody was like saying how we need a midfielder, but we knew this. This is kind of the funniest part. The fact that this whole midfield, United signing a midfielder, was only considered later during this window is kind of hilarious, considering that everybody with two eyes can see that United need a midfielder. But even then, what's it called? Somebody tweeted it. United need a midfielder who can control the tempo, tackle, and I think can run up and down the pitch or something. Let me find the tweet again. But let me find the tweet. But that's the issue. You're talking about the world-class midfielder right there.
Bro, I've been saying this. Just I've been saying this. We United ideally needed two midfielders, but guess what? What this manager did? This manager decided to keep Bruno Fernandes when he could have sold him for £100 million. You get it? But he did not want to sell his. He did not want to sell his guy. You get it? So.
And just again, go on, just say what you're gonna say.
The tweet says a midfielder who can cover ground, tackle, and take care of the ball. Please at Man United. That sounds like a world-class midfielder right there, bro.
If you're smart, you could have sold him for the big money and signed two midfielders who cover those attributes and more.
Yeah.
Well, sure.
But it's crazy.
Look at the goal right now. We're just having a look.
It's crazy though, Flawless. Flawless. You know the funniest part of it was, in the second half, he took Mbeumo off. He took Mbeumo off, and he put on Dogu, bro. And then he put on Mason Mount in the pivot with Ugarte. Then he put Mason Mount on for Kobe. And then we had Ugarte, Bruno, and Mason Mount, bro. Like it was horrific, bro. In the second, bro.
I get him taking off and Bromo because obviously he's short, and I was just seeing the goals here. Obviously, these ain't the because like, who got caught on the ball there on the edge of the box?
Oh, that was for the first goal.
That was Ugarte.
That's Ugarte.
Bruno was sleeping at the back stick.
Bruno switched off. Switched off for the Bruno switched off at the back stick.
But yeah, that's it. To Jardel talking about Oguchoku. How about you just send us our money for Garnacho, mate? How about that? And to BFC, one, I would never get in a charity fight. Number one, the reason why they can't afford me, because fuck the charity, I am the charity. You know what I'm saying? So I would need an astronomical amount to get punched in the face. You know what I'm saying? I love my face. I love how it looks. You know what I'm saying? I'm not marking it up for life change. It has to be life changing money. And forget Lewis now, because it's family. I would never ever fight Lewis, never, even in a charity match.
Man.
In regards to it and everything that's going on, none of this is new. I didn't need a 2-2 game against Everton where United have conceded poor goals to know what United need. And this is where my irritation lies. This is where my frustration lies. This is where, you know what I'm saying? This is why I state what I say. This is why I criticize the ownership so heavily. This is why I criticize the manager so heavily. Didn't need this game to know these things. Everybody knows Manchester United need midfielders. Everybody knows this. And I see people in the chat talking about we don't need a striker. We need a striker, people. Do not get that misunderstood. We need a striker. Yeah, Matthew, get rid of him. We need a striker 110%. Don't let that be fooled, because currently as constructed right now, Højlund is our first choice number 9. If it was Xerxes, I'd be much less critical of that move and much less, and I'd be talking about it a lot less, but it's vitally important, equally as important as the midfield and equally as important as the goalkeeper, because it's the spine of your team. We need a striker, a quality striker. We need at least a quality central midfielder, at least one, in an ideal world too. And we need a new goalkeeper. I didn't need whoever played up front today. Let's say Højlund missed a sitter. I wouldn't then if Højlund missed a sitter and missed a 1-on-1, let's say he missed 2 easy chances. You know what everyone be talking about? How badly we need a striker. But because Højlund didn't do that today, it's not the topic of conversation. And because Agate and Bruno have made mistakes for goals, now it's the midfield. But if Agate and Bruno didn't make those mistakes, there'd be much less conversation about our midfield. Prevention is better than cure. My mom told me this from young. Prevention is better. Everybody knows that our midfield is an issue. Why does it take Manchester United's midfield to play bad and for the midfield to cost us in a friendly for everybody and the board just to go, hey, clearly we need a midfielder. It will be desperate.
It's obvious. It's obvious.
I don't get, and me and King and Jez, we spoke about this on Q&As many times, spoke on Man United, how desperately we need a central midfielder.
Yeah.
We all knew this, that Agate isn't it. Shout out to Terry. I seen the Terrace, and I seen Terry tweeting during the game as well. And in the title of his video, Terry was like, Bruno's no 8.
Of course he's not.
But we all knew this beforehand.
We watched. We all know Mason Mount's not an 8.
We watched the manager talk about Bruno and say that all the issues he has is because of playing in the 8. Me, as much as I'm critical of Bruno, he's a final third player. I've said this. He's a final third player. Like, so it's clear as day. Same way Maino, it's clear as day as a final third.
Final third.
So what is the solution then? Because you can't drop unless you choose either one of Acuna or Mbemo to play striker, and the new striker goes to the bench. Bruno is playing. He's not staying on the bench from 300k, bro.
Cunha played up front today. Cunha played up front today. He played in the false 9 today. Cunha. It was Bruno. It was Bruno, Mbeumo, and Cunha as the front 3, and then it was Mainu and Ugarte in the pivot today. But I've been saying it. Like, we need ideally 2 midfielders, because one, Kobe Mainu, like Flawless said, is a final third player. He wants to go forward. He does not want to stay in midfield. Same with Mason Mount. I don't rate Mason Mount, but Mason Mount wants to go forward. He does not want to stay in the pivot.
You know what? As bad as he is, that's a great point. As bad as Mount is, he's a final third player.
Yeah, Mount's a final third player.
He's a terrible final third player, but he wants to get forward.
Bro, even if the dude is terrible, at least play him where he's actually comfortable. Like, even if he's not efficient, at least have him be in the position to even become somewhat. Because his goal was nice. I don't know if he still made. Mount's goal was nice. No, the goal was cold. I can't even lie. But
and I bet, Jez, let me guess, where Mount scored the goal from was the final, in the final third.
Yeah, it was in the I'll send you the goal. I'll send you the goal. The goal.
And I don't rate him. But I don't rate him. But he's a final third player. It might be not a great final third player, but he's a final third player.
Yeah, you lot have seen me play. You lot have seen me play ball. I am the opposite of that. I am not a final third player. I am a middle third player.
Yeah,
limited. That'll be it. But I am a 6. That is it. Not a solo 6. I am a 6 in a pivot. But I am a middle third player. I am not a final third. So if you put me in the final third, guess what's going to happen? I'm going to struggle because it's not my game. At least, like Jez says, play me somewhere where I can at least be somewhat effective. And I don't understand why people who are extremely knowledgeable, big up Steve, are supposed to be extremely knowledgeable, can't see this. Play attacking players in attacking positions. Play midfielders in midfield. Play centre backs at centre back. Play actual wing backs at wing backs, not full backs. Yeah, people like.
I send you. You know what? The funny part is, the other part is, was Bruno who got the assist as well, who was in the final third. And so it's like,
who would have thought that two final third players combined in the final third for a goal?
Yeah,
no.
It was in the final. Our left-hand side as well was literally non-existent. Dallo was playing as freaking left wing back, bro. We had.
This is it, man. Complicate, simple. Forest are the prime example of that. What Nuno did at Forest last season was just the basics. He got a solid goalkeeper. He got two centre backs who just do defensive issues, head the ball away, close down, brave. He got Aina and the other fullback who are athletic enough to go forward.
Nico Williams.
That's it. Nico Williams, thank you.
Wow.
He had the industrious midfielders who run around in Anderson and Yates. He got a 10 in Gibbs White. He got two quick wingers in Alanga and Gibbs and Hudson-Odoi, and then got Chris Wood, who just does a target man. And if you cross the ball to him, he's going to head it towards the goal and shoot. And that's why they had what they had. Nothing fancy. Simple. Because if
obviously
I said
the players had to execute like consistently, which they didn't show as a team. But like, Nuno,
he put him in a situation to it. He didn't have Yates playing as the 10.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He didn't put Aina at centre back. He didn't say, hey, Chris Wood play false 9.
Oh, he built a team. He built a team where Yates had a good season by just being a fuck. Like go around, hurt people, and just that. I think you the goal, by the way.
And to Anas, you've missed the point. I didn't watch the game, so I don't know what you're talking about. I'm talking about Mount overall. I'm not talking about today's game. So I didn't watch the game. I'm not criticizing Mount for today because I didn't watch the game. I'm talking about him overall, that he's rubbish. But here we are.
Yes,
this manager just doesn't know what he's doing, bro.
Let's see.
What you say?
Was someone playing Mount Defense League in the chat?
Yeah, man, just don't be listening.
No, because I said I don't rate because me and Flawless and Jez, we were saying that United need a midfielder. We were saying that United need midfielders, yeah. Yes. And I said, even though I don't rate Mason Mount, I don't rate him. I think he's trash or average, whatever you want to say. I don't rate him, but he's a final third player. He's a final third player. He might be not a good final third player, but that's his best position. Yes,
you know
that's what we were saying.
The best moments we've seen from him, even in the United shed, which is limited, is him in the final third. You know why? Because he's a final third player.
Yeah,
as bad as he is, that's where you're gonna at least see. Like with Bruno, 99% of his better games for Manchester United are him playing as a 10.
Playing,
in the final third. So play him. He's not a midfielder and never has been. That's why I say not complicating simple matters. At least play players in position, and then you might get certain because they might play average. Sorry, go on.
But this is what I was going back to. So what's the solution? Because Bruno's going to play.
Yeah.
Here's the solution. Well, it's not a solution actually. Here's the result. I won't give you the solution, but here's the result. That's the result.
The manager gets sacked.
The manager gets sacked because you wanted to. These are the players you wanted to die on the hill with. So I'm like, all right, you know what I'm saying? And to Darity says, how have you got this situation where all your midfielders, excluding Agate, are final third players?
Incompetence.
You know what? There we go. I was going to say a lot less nicer than what Steve said, so I'll calm down. We have people who are incompetent at board level. That's why, Darren, you can see it, Darren, Steve, Jez, King, me, and you don't have to be someone who's worked in the game for 20 years to look at it and go, well, Bruno's a final third player. Maino's a final third player. Final third player. So only lateral central midfielders you have Casemiro and Agate, and they can't do certain things. So go and get actual central midfielders. But no, they went and bought 2 10s, and then are going to play Bruno and Mount and other players in the pivot. So that's how we got in this situation. It's just complete incompetence. So this is why when people say, why are you always on their case? Because of shit like this. Because now everybody's in uproar now. When after the game against Villa on the last day of the season, everybody knew, hey, Manchester United need central midfielders.
Yes.
Clear as day. Because not only are we lacking quality there, we also lack quantity. Because we have outside of the youngsters, we have 2 central midfielders, which is Casemiro and Agate in regards to actual traditional. Forget Collier is young, forget Kone is young. I'm talking senior. So go and address that area. But no. And people wonder why don't you back the ownership? Because they do daft stuff like this.
Yeah, and they decided to keep a manager like Flawless said, and they decided to keep a manager that does not want to be here. He will consider resigned.
You know what it is. Man considered resigning twice in 4 months. You've only
That's like trying to break up. That's like trying to break up with a girl, and then being like, wait, I didn't mean it. And then guess what? They break up 2 months later. In a burning fight, like it just gets worse.
Yeah, but Steve, you know the funny thing is as well, Steve. Yeah, the funny thing is as well. Yeah, I remember Ratcliffe. Yeah, I remember Ratcliffe saying in his interview the reason why they did not get rid of Ten Hag because they didn't have the people in place long enough. Hang on, but you've had all the people in place under Ruben Amorim, and you still made the same mistake. You still made the same mistake. Your excuse was the reason why you didn't sack Ten Hag is because you didn't have footballing people in place. Well, you had footballing people in place when Ruben Amorim was in charge, and you did not sack him. And Ruben Amorim did worse than Ten Hag.
They basically, here's the problem. Here's the thing with Ineos. They started on a lie, on a false premise. And then every time that gets busted, it's just like, oh, no, here's a cover-up lie. Oh, no, here's a cover-up lie. Oh, here's a cover-up lie. It's like a trail of like the premise that they came in with. It started with world-class everything. Now it's, Project 2028. It's one lie under the next. Like a snake oil salesman. Oh, that's what they are.
We're broke. Apparently, Steve, we're broke. But apparently we're going to put in a bid for Sesko. So if we're broke, apparently we're going to put a bid in for Sesko. But apparently we're broke, right? You get it?
The light not only to the rivals, the light to the United fans. Even United fans didn't expect to go after those.
You know what's crazy? Even I thought after Bremer and Cunha, I was like,
you have to go and sell to buy them.
I think the Sesko news, and I was like, hold up, bid where? We what?
You know what it is?
I mean, to be fair, this is actually the one time. This is actually the one time where United actually don't need the money. That's like, yo, actually go and make the sell.
I wish we was on a sell to buy at this point. If it's Sesko, I wish you was sell to buy.
You know what it is? I think maybe, you know how sometimes with transfers they'll make up a story that another club is interested just for leverage purposes.
In
favor of the selling club or the player or the buying club. Maybe they're just using Man United as to get more money from us for such.
You know what? The only reason why I don't believe it is because it's also all the credible sources saying that United's in it as well. And
yeah, but those credible sources, they can get briefed information.
No, I get that, but I'm also talking about from the fact that I think what's clearing is that United's been scouting Sesko for like the last 3 years.
Something like that.
Like this came from
I've heard the same about Newcastle as well.
Yeah, this what I kind of and I mean, but I remember like concrete talks. Like it's not the first time that United was in for him as well. They've been interested in years for him. So that's why I do believe that United are in for him.
Sack the manager and back to When you sack the manager, you go back to square one. Yes.
The whole point of
flash news, man.
Manager is to go.
You
start new.
You start new. Hence why we've sacked up until we got to Sir Alex Ferguson. So from Sir Matt Busby to Sir Alex Ferguson, Manchester United sacked a whole heap of managers during that period. From whoever won the Premier League, it was like 50 years before they got to it, up until Jose Mourinho won it for Chelsea, they sacked a whole heap of managers. From whoever won the league for Liverpool fans will know, up until Klopp, they sacked a whole heap of managers. From
Paisley,
Eddie,
wasn't it?
from It might have been Paisley. I don't know who the last one was there. From Eddie Howe winning a trophy for Newcastle last season, the manager who last won a trophy 70 years ago. You know what Newcastle did? Sacked a whole heap of managers. You see a theme? From, I think, was it Pellegrini, whoever won the first league title in however many years in the Premier League era for City. You know what they did? Sacked a whole heap of managers. Yes, you go back to square one when you sack managers. Because
we had
Spurs went 17 years. So from Juande Ramos till Ange Postecoglou, Spurs sacked a whole heap of managers.
There you go.
I think I saw a stat like since 93. I think since 93 we have the second or third most sacked managers.
Well,
there you go.
Like, that's it. Like, yeah, so when man say sack a manager and you go back, yes, you go back to square one.
Yes.
Because then you're aiming to get to square. You go back to, you get then square 2, square 3, and you move up. Because currently we in the minus. Ironically, like our goal difference.
It's okay to change things, people.
Yes.
It's okay to change jobs. It's okay to change partners. It's okay to change diets. It's okay to change friends. It's okay to change clothes.
Yeah,
especially at elite level. The elite level of anything. If you are striving to be at the top level of anything of elite level sport, yes, you have to evolve or die. Like you have to. So, like I said, in Manchester United's periods, like I said, between Sir Matt Busby, Sir Alex Ferguson, we sacked managers. This whole nonsense about you can't keep sacking managers. Who sticks with a manager that's unsuccessful? I've never heard anything like that.
No ambition.
Awesome.
Yeah, Arsenal. And we ridiculed him for that. We ridiculed him for that. Because they stuck with ourselves, which is clear as day, the wrong decision.
We're all laughing about it.
Hell, I'm saying, find me. To Anna, find me. All I'm gonna say to you is, find me a non-Arsenal fan who is Arteta out.
Yeah, and the funny thing is as well, people will say, "Oh, but it took 34 seasons. It took 34 seasons." Bro, football ain't like that no more, bro. Football isn't like that no more, bro. You get it? Times have changed, bro. You get it?
And here's another thing with the 31, because a lot of people, including myself, were even old enough, so they talking about stuff they don't know about. One, it was the 80s. Let's clarify that, number one.
Yeah.
Number two, there was a whole heap of pressure on him, number two. And number three, did you see his resume before he got to Manchester United? If Amorim had that resume, I wouldn't be crashing it on him.
Yeah.
I'd be like, hey, look at what he's done before. Go with all the people, go check what he did beforehand. Before Sir Alex Ferguson got to Manchester United, look at what he did. Because I don't think he gets that much time without doing what he did. And also, like I say, it's the 80s, people. This is now 2025.
There you go.
Same reason you ain't listening to music on a cassette tape. It's like things evolve.
Unless you have like schizophrenia or whatever.
Yeah, like
come on, man. Bro, managers the average is managers get 18 months, bro. That's the average. Managers get 18 months on average, and if they don't do the job in 18 months, they get sacked, bro. That's what happens. So
this whole thing about sack him and back to square one, that's where we need to go back to. We need to reset. What's a rebuild? A rebuild is going back to square one, so we can go back to square one with the team then.
It's crazy.
I never heard so much foolishness.
Hey, man.
It's foolishness, man. It's like,
and people
will talk about kind of lazy. It's also kind of because this is something that I've seen in particularly Man United's fan base. They accuse the people that just want to sack managers as the lazy ones, even though they bring up points that the other side can't counter without using a lazy argument.
Yeah,
that's it.
They
critical.
Yeah, they use lazy arguments. I remember under Ten Hag.
Get behind the lads.
Yeah, we were, bro. I remember.
I did. I backed it. I backed the Amorim move. I backed it 110% and was fully supportive of it. Guess what? You failed. All right, cool. We move. Same way. If I put a new show together on here and it's with 3-4 new panelists and it don't work, I don't work out. We keep it stepping.
Yeah, you can't do the show, man. I was known old after we won our first 3 games, top of the table. I saw enough.
Yeah.
I saw enough. I don't. He won games. You know what I'm saying? So like,
Yeah, and then
you
people
this
and then
was the
people
time.
blame it on the and then people blame it on the players. People say, "Oh, it's the same players that get the same managers sacked, this and that, this and that, and others." And it's like, no, and it's like, no, it's not, bro. Most of the players under Ollie and that are not here no more. Most of the players are not here no more. So
It's extreme when people say, "Oh, it's the same players." No, it's not.
No, it's
Like
not.
it's not.
no,
Like
it's
yes,
not.
Ten Hag, yes, but other than that, and then you know what even makes that even worse, King, is he chose to keep said players.
Yeah.
Because we know when Amorim don't like a player, we know this is clear as day. Because we seen what happened to Rashford, we seen what happened to
Bro,
Anthony.
he's talking about goalkeeper, coach, and starting, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm still waiting, by the way. I'm still waiting for the goalkeeper to
literally,
start.
literally. People too proud to admit when they're wrong. You are too proud to admit you were wrong about Amorim. It's fine, just sack him. I sit here and say, "Hey, I called it wrong." You be like, "Oh, you were dumb." Yes, I called it wrong. So why can't people?
Yeah.
People a better appointment.
Yeah, why can't people in the hierarchy go, "Hey, we got"? If you know, if they just turned around and said, "We got this wrong" and kept it moving, I'd give Ineos so much more leeway. But this is twice now. They've quadrupled down, not even doubled. They have quadrupled down on a terrible decision. And King made the point about Ratcliffe. Even he said with the Ten Hag one, yeah, we got that wrong.
Yeah. He said it himself.
Well, no shit. Who would have thought? You know what I'm saying? Who would have thought that Ten Hag was going to get it wrong? And you know what's crazy? The exact same conversations we having now in 2025. The exact same conversations I was having in 2024 in August about
shout out to Future, man. You know what I'm saying?
New
Shout out to
players,
Future, man.
training, preseason, or the new ownership and there and this and that. And yeah, it went tits up, man. All right.
No, so
Again,
where do you see United finishing, by the way?
Hey,
I'm going with
the thing
11.
Hey,
yeah, I said 11, Steve.
Learned nothing. That's also concerning. Learned zero. Like, can you see the God says it all the time? Says it all the time. Smart people learn from their own mistakes. Wise people learn from the mistakes of others. How are you not learning? Like, why have you not? You know, I'm like, I don't understand what is going on. It's like you talking to a girl and you lot organized to go somewhere and she stands you up. All right, that can happen one time. And then you stay talking to her, and then you organize to go somewhere else again, and she stands you up again. If you go on the third time, you're just an idiot. When you gonna learn?
When you gonna learn, bro?
Shame on you. Fool me twice.
Yeah.
Shame on me.
And the people
3 times. Fuck the peace sign.
Yes, I came to you, Steve, and I was like, "Yo, I really like this girl. I'm talking to her. She stood me up once," and you're like, "Yeah, cool." And then I'm like, she said she's on it again. She apologized, and then the second time it happens. If I come to you and say, "Hey, Steve, I'm gonna go on I'm gonna try to go out on a third time," what would there we go then? What you gonna say? You gonna laugh at me?
Like, you serious,
bro? And then
I would have brought up. Hold on, I would have brought up the whole joke again.
And then they said people make these stupid excuses. People make these stupid excuses about I feel sorry for Amorim. Amorim's come into a mess. No, bro. Amorim decided to come here. He decided to come to Manchester United. You know what I'm saying?
He's made a mess. It's not that
and that's what I'm saying as well. And that's true. And that's the thing though. Like, and I use, for example, Thomas Frank as an example. Like, and everybody knows, like, I rate Thomas Frank as a manager, and I know we're going through a lot of like issues right now at Tottenham, especially with injuries and Son leaving, all of that. Yeah, but before you came, you would have had reviewed the squad. You had like a spreadsheet of players who are here at the football club to understand who they are. You would have probably seen of them, not every day, but you would have seen them play before and had an idea. So you, like King said, you decided to come to the football club. So you technically only say, "Now I'm willing to work with these players for now," and then we continue till the summer. But you accepted working with these players, but you couldn't even get even an ounce out of them.
No.
Made it worse. And as bad as these players are, because I see someone saying that in the chat earlier, it was like, "Oh, 1 minute it's Amorim, 1 minute it's everybody." I don't know why I have to keep clarifying this. It's everybody at the football club, from the players to the manager to the ownership, is not good enough. That's why I've been saying all summer long, hey, just stack the team with talent. I've not even been asking for profiles that fit. I'm just saying, bring in talent and make it work.
Yeah.
That's legit. This is why Osimhen was my first choice. Does Osimhen fit with Konya and Embremo? Hell no. Profile-wise. He ain't a perfect fit for them. But I know he a good man. Put them three on the pitch. Same way Watkins is the same. Same way Gyökeres is the same. All three strikers I would have took. You know why? Because we need to stack it with talent.
With talent, yeah.
The manager's not good enough and the ownership is terrible. So therefore, it's kind of like, all right, the players are going to get out. Because Steve asked the question about where do you think we finished? Currently, right now, it's instructed. This is just Embremo and Konya, yeah? I'd say 10th.
I said 11th. Right now, with Kunya and Mbeumo, it takes us from 15th to 11th because the midfield and the goalkeeper are still major issues. We still get overrun in the midfield, and we all know what Onana's like in goal. Onana is a mistake waiting to happen every game. So like, and by Hyundai as well. He's not the greatest goalkeeper.
Terrible.
You want to keep him big up to side. And you look, again, run up the likes actually before we carry on, man. Run up the likes. There's over 250 of you lot in here. Only at 60 likes. Let's get up to 90 likes, people. Hit that like button. Like check 1212. Like check 1212. Make sure you subscribe to Strasbourg, Steve. Subscribe to Steve's channel. I'm going to add the link in the title in a second, but the link's underneath in the description. It's also on the featured channel page as well. One of the mods or regulars, put Steve's YouTube channel in the chat as well. Go subscribe to Steve's channel, people. And make sure you subscribe here as well. I'm just refreshing to know what the subscriber amount is going to be. But yeah, 90 likes, people. Run up the likes like Daza says, yo, slap the likes, people. And Sai says, flawless in the panel. Give me 2 players, one from your team and one from in general. Excited to see right now. For my team, for United, definitely Konya. 110%. Over the moon about that. Like Konya, I think, is a top quality player. So Konya. And then from in general, even though I don't want him to do well, Wirtz.
Yeah.
Even though I don't want him to play well, Wirtz is the one that I want to see. Like, it's great to have that level of talent. Shame he's at Liverpool, but that level of that caliber of player in the Premier League and able to watch him week in, week out. So yeah, I go Konya and Wirtz. Go on, King. Go on, King. Your turn.
I was about to say, obviously I was about to say Konya for United. Obviously I'm excited for Mbeumo as well, but I think mostly Konya because like Konya's a little bit more type. He's more of the profile that I like. So I would say Konya.
Flashier.
Yeah, he's a bit more flashier. So and obviously you said Wirtz. Obviously Wirtz, I'm excited to see, but I would say that I think Mohamed Kudus is a good signing for Tottenham. I think I'm excited to see Kudus in the because I think Frank is a good manager, and I would have took him at United. I would have took him at United as the manager, and like Jess said, he rates him as a coach as well. But Kudus, I think, in that system, and I've seen what Frank has done with Wisa and what he's done with Mbeumo, and even Norgard and players like that. Yeah, like I would say Kudus as well, Reinders as well, Reinders at City as well, possibly as well. So yeah, like
what are you saying, Steve? From your own team and one from with
Dan and Doy, Forest.
Okay.
Dan and Doy at Forest. I think he
fits.
Where
does he play? What position does he play?
Left wing.
Okay.
Or also a bit on the right. But like he fits them so well. Great dribbler. His composure's improved a lot over the past few years. His last season for Bologna was terrific. He's just a touchline, like vertical, like bro, he's sick. Really like him. Good finisher. Techie. He's got moves. Like he's gonna fit them really well. He's definitely gonna catch some eyes. He'll be linked with everyone next summer. I'm convinced.
Cool. And what's his name?
And Dan.
Yeah.
Ndoye. So
Okay.
and
Yeah, didn't they get them from Bologna or something?
yeah,
That win.
Bologna,
Yeah,
he
Bologna.
is the Swiss left wing back that played really well in the last Euros.
Yeah.
He's
I don't know Newcastle.
he's a they got him for a like a hefty fee, but I think he'll be worth it. Yeah, I think that's a great signing, to be honest. I was gonna also maybe go John Arias at Wolves from Fluminense, because I actually like both the wing backs Wolves have signed. David Müller-Wurth at AZ played a lot of left back at AZ, but like I think he's better than Aït-Nouri defensively and not too far off him going forward. So I think they've replaced him really well. He's exciting, and I like John Arias. He's deserved a move from Fluminense for a while. He's the Colombian right-sided midfielder or right back. He's exciting, bro. I'm really, really intrigued, but I'll go with Ndoye.
Okay, cool. And what about your own team?
Tonali.
Fez? Right. I'm
not really excited to see Elanga. Like, I hope it works, but like,
You have to just choose who you like to see them, even if it's just a player that's
Tonali hoops. About it.
What are you saying, Jess?
For Tottenham, I'll probably say kudos. It's just a different. Actually, no, I'd go with a different. Because King already said kudos.
Yeah.
Which I agree already. I'll go with different. I'm looking forward for Udaba this season.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm looking to see, because he's gonna stay. I don't think he's gonna go out on loan. And with Son leaving, and I don't feel like we're gonna buy a left winger this summer. It's gonna be him and Tell competing for the left wing, and Udaba's been looking really sharp in preseason. So who's to say that he can't play during the season, starting on the left wing for us? So I'm looking forward for Udaba this season. And a player from a different team in the Premier League. I know you two must hate it, but I'm going to Leeds. Ayo Tanaka, midfielder from Japan.
Great pick.
Very
He's
good,
a
very
young
good.
quality midfielder.
Very good midfielder. Like deep line playmaker, controls the tempo. Very highly technical. I think the one from the Bundesliga too, or tried the Bundesliga the season prior. Really good player.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll Tanaka for me.
Great footballing brain, bro. He's smart, like timely interceptions, knows how to just like just conduct them. If he runs that shit, bro. Yeah, that's a good one, Jess. What about a signing that a club has made in the summer? Because I picked Ndoye because he's brand new to the league and shit. What would you go with?
I have to go through, to be honest, all the summer signings, because I feel like it would be unfair for me to kind of say a name but not go through everybody. And I know Flo's got the Liverpool show coming up as well.
Now go on, get off your chest. Pops ain't around just yet. Go
I
on.
have to go through the Premier League signings and just check real quick. So I'll come back to me later.
Yeah, because you might see that. That's how much I've just not been paying attention to, like, what people are saying, what the players are signing. Because you might mention there players I've just not paid attention to, like who Leeds have signed and Forest and stuff like that. Like outside of
the player that I mentioned, Now the player that I mentioned, he was already there at Leeds. They bought him they bought him last season, but I think he was really important for them when it came to them getting promoted. And I thought already back in the Bundesliga that he was already a good player back then.
If y'all want a player that's already at an EPL club, so I'll do one signing that's new to the league.
Yeah.
And new to the team. Look for Kevin Schade to step up for Brentford this year.
So are you of the belief that Brentford are going heavily, because a lot of people have said they're going to heavily struggle with what they lost? You think they heavily struggle, or they just drop down a little bit?
Yeah, a little bit of a drop off, but I think they have center backs very much capable of staying in the league. Midfield, okay, yeah, like losing Norgard, but I trust. I mean, they replaced him. They replaced him with a better player in 20 million. Anyways,
who's the player?
I think their scouts are good as well. I think Brentford. Yeah, I think their scouts are decent as well. I think Brentford do scout decently as well. So I don't think
and I think they'll be smart enough if this Keith Andrews brother, who's never managed a professional match in his life, he starts off rough. I trust them to make the smart call and keep them up, whether it's firing him or they back him because it's like, yo, I see the vision thing. So they have enough goals in the team. They've got the goalkeeper. Like, for me, they're fine. They're fine.
You know, I think my only issue is that I think my only issue is the for me it's the how do I say it? For me it's just the manager, to be honest, because I feel like people underestimate how well Frank did keep in the league, considering what the wage budget has been for them. His entire period here is probably one of the lowest. Like, it's actually like what Frank was doing for them. It was unprecedented.
Yes.
So I'm just interested to see how he can come in, considering that the key pillars of the teams, one wants to leave desperately and now they have to consider taking maybe less money in Vissa, and the other one has already joined Man United. It's not easy to go and replace two guys who have scored goals for you. This is the problem.
Yeah.
I trust Shada, because I think he had a super underrated year last year. Because the spotlight was on Mbeumo and Wissa, and rightfully so. But Shada did a thing too on the left.
No,
and also they have a striker that they bought from Club Brugge.
Thiago.
That guy's made for the club.
Yeah, I'm aware of him. Like, this is the thing though. That's my thing though. Like,
there you go. Actually, that's my prediction. I'll go with a duo. Igor, Thiago, Shada. They will get 20 Premier League goals minimum combined between the two. There you go.
I mean, they will need them to score, so we have to wait and see. To be honest, we have to just wait and see. But I think the one,
like, they total get 20 goals.
Yeah, but we have to just wait and see. Like, so, like, for me, my biggest issue is probably with the manager at the moment in time. They have good enough players to stay in the league. By the way, you asked me about players that I like that came in this summer. Did you say this was you, Steve? Steve
did mention that.
Yeah. So, Habib Diarra at Sunderland and Noah Siddiqui, those two for Sunderland. I think some good signings that. I think I'm actually on the opinion that Sunderland. Yeah, USG Siddiqui. Yeah.
Oh, you gonna play?
Yeah. Like, I'm actually I'm actually in the opinion that Sunderland is gonna get relegated, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be close if they do so. And I think a lot of these players went to Sunderland to go and ball out in the Premier League to put themselves out there.
The shop window type of thing.
Shop window. Because
they need to improve their back line.
Yes.
They've been
looking at centre backs, but bro, they've been going above the weight belt crazy. And I think the other player that I would say that out of all the signings that I see, I think two more players that look interesting. And West Ham actually did make the signing of El Hadith Diouf from Red Star.
Juve,
Malik Diouf from Red Star. What's the Red Star guy? Slavia Praha. There we go. I think looks like a really promising Senegalese attacking fullback. And sorry you two and Steve, not Steve, Flores and King, but it's another Leeds player, Anton Stach from Hoffenheim.
Shit, these lots seem to be signing players. They gonna stay up or something?
I don't think they're gonna stay. I don't think they're gonna stay up personally, but they have some good players though.
West Ham for me are in huge trouble.
Yeah.
I think so too. West Ham gonna be
that midfield for West Ham. Ward-Prowse and Such. Midfield.
Wait, King. You speak about a midfield. What midfield?
Paqueta and nobody.
But that midfield is so slow though.
Flores, we're lucky that Mike is not here, man. He would be crushing out on you right now. Bro.
What midfield?
They actually
Ward-Prowse like that. This guy.
Yeah, they don't do.
This if West Ham gonna end this window like they've been having this window, like Honestly, I would change my opinion on Jaron Bowen if he can make the craziest carry job this season. And I think Jaron Bowen, I think Jaron Bowen's already a class player. But if he can keep them up, if this window is as terrible as it is right now, yeah.
It raises
Bro,
his
Callum Wilson, your injury-prone Callum Wilson up front, bro.
That's
so Sunderland's midfield is Siddiqui and Xhaka.
Xhaka,
yeah. Xhaka.
That's not a bad midfield.
And then I think as the number 10, it could be a Diarra, or it could be Enzo Lefebvre as well.
You know who's a good player? You know that Chris Rigg, he's a good player for Sunderland as well. That Chris Rigg,
the youngster. I know United was linked to him. Yeah, United was linked to him time ago.
A big up to
yeah,
Eddie,
like, he's a decent player as well.
He said, a big up to Eddie. Says, Manuel Agati, welcome to the Gulag. There's no getting out of this one. Yeah, it's bad. I heard it was bad, but we know what Agati is and what he isn't. I know the market is not done yet, but as soon as it stands, who do you think is get relegated? Leeds. That's who I'm hoping gets relegated.
Looking to get relegated.
I can't lie. I'm the Warrior J. I've not done. I don't know what's going on in regards to the promoted side. So
I think Burnley and Leeds are done. I think Sunderland. I think Sunderland has a chance to stay up. My issue is AFCON because there's like bare Africans. Like, what's it called? I'm just looking at it again, and what's it called? Habib Hadiara. He's gonna go with Senegal. Adringa's gonna go with Ivory Coast. Shamsin Talbi goes with Morocco. Sadiq is gonna go. Sorry, my bad. Sorry if I'm pronouncing players wrong. And Sadiq is gonna go with Congo. That's like 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 signings, and there's 4, and even then, there's 4 signings that they have made this summer who gonna go AFCON.
The Sunderland transfer hype makes me fucking sick.
Let's go, man. Shout out Sunderland, man. Let's go.
Yeah, shout out Leeds, man. Yeah.
Yeah. Shut up, mate. How about that? Yeah.
We all hate Leeds, come man. Nah.
I'm looking forward for that. I'm looking forward for that watch on actually. Sunderland, Newcastle.
I'm not.
Xhaka versus Joe Linton. I'm just there for that.
Bro,
I can't wait. Yo, I need them fight. Them man fight in the tunnel. Yo, I'm with it.
Linton was beefing Gray. Linton was beefing Gray yesterday for no reason. Like it was preseason.
Wait, who was beefing who? Who was that?
Linton was beefing Gray during our preseason match today. And like
Joe Linton, man. Yo, them South Americans are, a little bit. They're different. Them South Americans.
Richardson told him to calm down, bro.
Man, them are different.
Richardson's also the guy that said he would do something if Vinny Jr. didn't win the Ballon d'Or.
I mean, to be fair, after that happened, we ended up going to the Europa League and won it. So things happen.
I mean, he
things happen. I'm just saying.
This is it. It's like it's in regards to it. Like, yo, them man are different from when I seen Cunha the fight in the bench. It was Bournemouth bench.
And then, bro, and the guy who would exactly, bro, and the Wolves people that tried to hold him back, he hurt them as well on the way.
Yeah.
Then we got Cherokee. We got Cherokee when he's with Leon doing the freaking whatever he did.
Yeah. All that type of stuff.
Oh, he grabbed his nuts. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was it. And then got knocked out. You know what I'm saying? By Harry Maguire winner.
And then he's like, yo, nobody hurts my Leon. I'm gonna kill them. That's what he said.
By Harry Maguire.
Hey, bro, you know what? He's lucky that this call has been a while ago because you better play well against United or we could have come back to that call, bro.
Bro, Cherokee basically did a Tony Claude and said, yo, we're gonna beat them up. We're gonna
smash them.
No, he's exploding. See, the thing is, he didn't say
Cherokee didn't blame me. You know what I'm saying? For them getting knocked out. You know what I'm saying?
He didn't even say. He didn't even say. I'm just looking forward to play United and all that. Like he said, I want to kill them.
We're gonna beat them up. I'm gonna smash them up.
Crazy.
Smash them up. But yeah, before we go, because we are gonna close out, people, but we're heading over to the United Liverpool podcast Barbados edition, talking of more things United and Liverpool. There will be because Warrior J asked that star. Warrior J asked, here it is about off topic is Liverpool Palace Community Shield. Going to be the first game of the season you'll be doing on the play. Yep. But probably there'll be games on the playback, but we're also going to be back active on the Twitch as well, people. So this month, we're going to be back active on the Twitch in the coming season.
Let's
That's what it
go.
is. Yeah, we're going to be back on the Twitch. So you'll get games on the playback, but more often than not, games will be on the Twitch. So for instance, the championship, when that starts, the games for that will probably be, if they're not live on the playback, will be on the Twitch. So just keep a lookout on the social, on the live streams on here. I'll obviously post on the community page. I'll obviously post on my socials and the Sarcasm City TV socials as well. So yeah, we'll be back on the Twitch. So we're active over there. So go follow the Twitch if you haven't. And if you have Amazon Prime, you can use that to subscribe to the Twitch for free and you don't get adverts. So yeah, get over twitch.tv/Sarcasm City TV. That's twitch.tv/Sarcasm City TV. So yes, we will be back over there. 100% we'll be back over there. And to Eddie who says, bro, that Embremo Kunya Ahmad link up was a chef's kiss. That's also why I didn't watch the preseason game, because I know I'd see a link up between 2 or 3 of them and get gassed up and forget how bad we are and all the problems, because they're 3 quality players. And I know I seen the link up, actually the movie involved Bruno. You know what I'm saying? Almost brought a tear to my eye. You know what I'm saying? United actually transitioned the ball very quick with athletic players and Bruno. So don't be getting too carried away.
No, exactly, because I saw that last preseason with Ten Hag. But the new players came in. You see that, bro? Bro.
Yeah.
Don't forget, bro. Big up Saeed, but he said 3rd place after the preseason.
I'm not getting gas over
the thing is, that's crazy about that, Jez. There's people saying this now. People are saying top 4, top 5, top 6.
Yeah.
I said this, man. I was talking to my uncle that was at his the other day, and my cousin the other day, and I was like, yo, you drinking that for learning? I had to check the cupboard, but those that don't know what for learning is a Bayesian drink that could could run a car. You know what I'm saying? That shit electric. That's why I don't drink that shit. But I was like, what's going on?
Alcohol?
Yeah, alcohol. Yeah, alcoholic beverage. Yeah, try some for learning, man. Let me know.
Yeah, there's no way, bro. There's no way we're getting top 4, top 6.
Maybe for the Palace game. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Palace, Liverpool.
Yeah, there's no way, bro. With this manager, this midfield and goalkeeper, there's no way that we're getting top 6 with this manager and this midfield and this goalkeeper, bro. There's no way we're getting top 6, top 4.
You know what?
That's not happening.
You know that, King, because you're a sensible individual that can assess things and look at it logically and go, why are we top 6? That's why I keep, every time someone says top 4, top 6, I always say the same thing. Why? I always say the same things. And yeah, to anyone who's of any Bayesians in the chat or of Bayesian descent, they'll know about for learning. Like I say, don't touch that shit. But yes, again, Warrior J back on the I'm just dotting all the I's and crossing all the T's. I talked to Jez, I talked to Steve.
How do you spell it?
Go follow. Right. What for learning? You spell it is F-E-R. 1 second. F-E-R. Yeah, no, sorry, it's not F-E-R. It's F-A-L-E-R-N-U-M.
Nice. Thanks.
It's crazy, man.
You know any drink from the side? This is like Ray and nephews. Any drink from the Caribbean? Like, yo, you know what it is, man. Like, that man drink different. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. But yeah, people, we are closing out. Run up the likes on here. Hit the subscribe button before you leave. Subscribe to Strasbourg Steve's channel. Links underneath in the description. We're redirecting over to the United Liverpool podcast Bayesian edition with with Bayesian Reds TV. Bayesian Pops will be there. So we'll be talking all things Liverpool in regards to Isak and Eddie Howe's comments. Talking more of Manchester United. Obviously, Garnacho is still on the list for Chelsea. So we'll be discussing that plus more as well. You see Pops here in the chat, people. So head over there. So yeah, who just raided? Did Gunnar just raid? Oh, he did just raid. All right, so I'll wait for everyone to join for the raid. Big up to everyone who just joined from the raid from Lee Gunner's channel. But we are redirecting to the Bayesian show, people. So it's a raid, and then we heading over there, man. More raids than your local trap house, people. And I see people saying that, you know, still shit. Water's wet. I'm saying fire is hot. Flawless love snow bunnies. Again, this is not news. We know these things.
I'm about to go pour up some milk.
You know, he likes to drink on watch along. Who would have thought? You know what I'm saying? Tell us something we don't. You know,
who would have thunk it?
You would have thought, hey, Jez is going to take a shot at Nigeria any given opportunity. Who would have thought?
Come on, bro.
This is not new.
Bro, there's nobody think, oh, he gets me, you know. There's no
like we don't know these things. I was saying the same. Did you imagine kids someone said to you, it was like, hey, did you know Flawless like snow bunnies? Yeah, did you not know? But this is public knowledge.
Hey, this is funny, bro.
About this on a weekly basis. You know what I'm saying, like, what are we doing?
This is funny because that's funny because I remember like the Hillary Duff video that was going on the timeline. I think like 2 days ago, bro, and I was like thinking like, bro, I remember she looked like that, but fuck it,
she didn't look like that. If she looks like that, she going into my top 5. But we never see no other video of like that or pictures. They was all made. She looked like the back end of a horse. Like, what we doing? You see how thick she was? Oh, the mercy.
Oh, nah,
you see the
it must
never looked like that before, ever.
Nah, I'm telling you, bro, that was the lightning, bro.
When something is too good to be true, it usually is.
There we go. And
I mean, but if there's true, then Bruno would have gone Saudi.
Right, people. We close it. We close it out anyway. So everyone who's joined over from Gunners Raid, we're redirecting over to the United Liverpool podcast Barbados edition. Right now, it's already gone live. This has been the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Thank you very much for tuning in. See you like in 2 minutes.